tuning into the truth of your being. Introduction. Let me ask you something personal, something simple, yet profound. Do you know what frequency you're living on right now? Not your favorite playlist, not your internet speed, your personal vibration, the energy you're radiating, feeling, thinking, and breathing. Whether you realize it or not, every single second you are vibrating. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your soul, all of it. You are not just in the universe is vibrating through you. Welcome to the Middle Book, the channel where energy meets awareness and spiritual awakening becomes a way of life. This audiobook is an invitation, a doorway, a powerful reminder that you are far more than flesh and thoughts. You are a finely tuned, energetic being in a vibrational universe. And everything in that universe, everything is made of frequency. From the cells in your body to the stars in the sky. From your deepest fears to your highest dreams, everything pulses with energy. And the truth is, you're not just affected by those energies. You're shaping them, right now, just by the way you think, just by the way you feel, just by the state you choose to live in. The great mystics of the past knew this. So did the ancient scientists, sages, and seers. They understood that all of life is vibration, and that consciousness, your awareness, is the conductor of that vibrational orchestra. Now modern science is catching up. Quantum physics confirms that matter is not solid, but energetic. Our thoughts aren't just fleeting impulses, they're frequencies. Emotions aren't just reactions, they're signals. And intention isn't just hope, it's vibrational alignment with potential realities. But let's bring this down to earth. Maybe you've been feeling stuck, like you're doing all the right things, but life isn't flowing the way it should. Maybe you've been struggling with low energy, toxic patterns, or self-doubt that won't let go. Or maybe you're simply ready. Ready for a deeper understanding of yourself. Ready for clarity, ready for change. Not on the surface, but at the energetic level. If that's you, you're in the right place. In this audiobook, we'll go on a journey through vibration and frequency, not as abstract ideas, but as living, breathing tools you can feel and use. We'll explore the energy body, consciousness, healing frequencies, emotional resonance, and the practical ways to raise your vibration and live in alignment with your highest self. We'll uncover how your personal vibration affects your health, your relationships, your creativity, your ability to manifest, and even your sense of purpose. You'll learn how to tune into your energy field, balance your chakras, and tap into the profound intelligence of your own vibration. This is not about becoming someone new. This is about remembering who you've always been beneath the static, a conscious creator, a vibrational being, a living frequency of the universe itself. This journey isn't about forcing, fixing, or faking. It's about aligning, listening, and allowing. It's about becoming more aware of the energy you bring into every moment and learning how to shift that energy with clarity and intention. And most importantly, it's about power, not the kind that dominates or competes, but the kind that resonates, the kind of inner power that naturally draws in peace, opportunity, and synchronicity, the power that comes when you vibrate at your truth. So, are you ready to shift your frequency? Are you ready to move beyond mere information into energetic transformation? Then take a breath, drop into your heart and listen deeply, because your vibration is speaking, and this time you're going to listen. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding Vibration, the Blueprint of Reality. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed something was off before anyone even said a word? Or maybe you've met someone and instantly felt drawn to their presence. That's vibration. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's energy, and you're feeling it in motion. In this chapter, we'll uncover the invisible architecture of reality. Vibration. Everything around you, from the chair you're sitting on to the thoughts in your mind, is vibrating. The universe at its core is not made of stuff. It's made of energy, and that energy is in constant motion. It vibrates. But what exactly is vibration? Vibration is the oscillation of particles. The speed and frequency of this movement determine how we experience things. Solid, liquid, thought, or feeling. High-frequency vibrations tend to be lighter, more expansive, and aligned with emotions like love, joy, and peace. Low-frequency vibrations are denser and heavier. Think fear, guilt, or shame. Everything that exists carries a vibrational signature, a unique energetic frequency. Just like every radio station has its own channel, so do your thoughts, your body, your emotions, and even your intentions. Let's take a look at something we use every day. Sound. Music is a form of vibration. When you listen to upbeat, joyful music, your mood can lift almost instantly. That's not a coincidence, that's resonance. Your body, your mind, and even your emotions respond to frequencies, and that principle extends far beyond music. Color? Also vibration. Each color vibrates at a specific frequency. Red is lower and more grounding. Blue is higher and more calming. White light itself is a symphony of frequencies blending together. Words. Absolutely. Every word you speak carries a vibrational imprint. That's why language has the power to hurt or to heal. A word spoken with love can elevate someone's entire energy field. A harsh word can bring someone's vibration crashing down. And here's where it gets fascinating. Your thoughts are vibrations too. They ripple out, shaping your energy field and influencing the reality you experience. Think of your thoughts like tuning forks. When you consistently think in a certain pattern, you're tuning yourself to that frequency. This is why people who constantly dwell in negativity often experience more of it. It's not punishment, it's resonance. Like attracts like, vibrationally. This is the deeper truth behind the law of attraction, which actually rests on the law of vibration. Before you attract anything, you vibrate with it. In ancient teachings, from the Vedas in India to the Hermetic traditions of Egypt, the idea that the universe is vibrational wasn't just metaphor, it was truth. As above, so below. As within, so without. These statements weren't philosophy, they were science spoken in spiritual language. They were telling us, you are the universe, vibrating in human form. Let's take a pause here and do a quick energy check. How are you feeling right now? Calm? Restless? Curious? Whatever you're feeling carries a frequency, and that frequency is being broadcast outward, even as you listen to these words. These days, modern science is catching up. According to quantum physics, particles do not behave like solid matter at the subatomic level. They exhibit wave-like behavior, vibrating patterns of potential. Only because our senses are tuned to a limited range of frequencies does matter appear solid. You would realize that the solid world is actually a ballet of movement and energy if you could change your lens of perception. There's also something called cymatics, an area of study that shows how sound frequencies can shape physical matter. When certain tones are played through a metal plate covered in sand, the particles form intricate, symmetrical patterns. Change the frequency, and the pattern changes. Now think about that. If sound can organize sand into geometry, imagine what your thoughts and emotions, also vibrational energies, are doing to your body, your relationships, and your reality. This leads us to a crucial concept. Your body is a vibrational system rather than merely a shell. Frequencies are used by your cells to communicate. You can detect the electromagnetic field your heart emits from a distance of several feet. Depending on your level of consciousness, your brain waves change. You are a living example of a symphony. What does this signify for you then? It indicates that you are not a fixed entity. You are changeable, fluid, and vibrating. By changing your consciousness, you can change your frequency. You can develop your energy awareness and sensitivity to the unseen vibrations influencing your surroundings. Pay attention first. Take note of what feels weighty and what feels light. What gives you energy and what takes it away. Vibration is shown by your emotional reactions. Your inner tuning tools are these. Next, investigate the deliberate vibration technique. This entails making conscious decisions about your words, thoughts, and behavior. You're not only being a good person when you wake up and make the conscious decision to think loving thoughts, speak kindly, and act gratefully. Your frequency is actually shifting, and that frequency has an effect on the world. Understanding that we are transmitters rather than victims of reality is one of the most significant changes in our understanding of vibration. Every minute of every day you emit energizing signals like a radio tower. You finally get what you give off. That's the way energy functions, not because the universe is condemning you. Now, let's touch on coherence. Coherence happens when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all vibrating in harmony. When you're coherent, your energy is strong, magnetic, and aligned. You become a beacon for high-frequency experiences. People feel it. You feel it. This is why alignment is so important, not just spiritually, but vibrationally. When you're out of alignment, your energy is chaotic, scattered. You may feel anxious, lost, or fatigued. But when you're in alignment, you feel clear, focused, and energized. Imagine your life as a song. When your inner frequencies are in tune, your life plays like a symphony. When they're not, it feels like noise. Try this easy exercise. For a day, note your feelings after each encounter. Following each task, are you feeling energized or exhausted? This is the frequency at which you speak. Listen to it. Additionally, keep in mind that vibration is honest. You can't fake energy, but you can fake a smile. Despite what you say, the world senses your vibration. Let's conclude this chapter with a query. What's causing you to vibrate at the moment? Is it the occurrence of freedom or fear? Is it abundance or scarcity? Is it flow or resistance? The first stage is awareness. You have the ability to alter your vibration once you become conscious of it. You may alter your life by altering your frequency. Chapter 2. The Energy Body, Your Inner Frequency Field. Now that we've laid the foundation of vibration as the blueprint of reality, let's take that knowledge inward, into you. Because you're not just a physical body moving through space, you are a vibrational being wrapped in layers of invisible energy. You are energy in form, and that energy body is alive, responsive, and powerful. Think of your body as more than just flesh and bones. Surrounding you is a subtle energy field, often called the aura, that acts like a vibrational fingerprint. It's constantly interacting with the world around you. Some traditions describe it as an egg-shaped field that extends several feet beyond your physical body. It holds not just your current energy, but also the imprints of your past experiences, emotions, and even your beliefs. This energy field isn't static. It expands when you feel joy, safety, and love. It contracts when you feel fear, anxiety, or shame. You've felt this before. Ever met someone and instantly felt off, even though nothing was said? That was your energy field tuning into theirs. Vibration to vibration, field to field. Let's take a closer look now, starting with the chakras, which are your body's internal wiring. Chakras are energy wheels that rotate along the spine. Ancient systems like yoga, Ayurveda, and Taoism have been describing them for thousands of years. But Western science hasn't fully mapped them. They absorb, process, and distribute energy throughout your body in a manner similar to that of vibrational transformers. There are 7 main chakras, each resonating with a unique emotional, physical, and spiritual frequency. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, vibrates with themes of safety, survival, and grounding. It's your energetic foundation. Just above it, the sacral chakra, positioned below the navel, governs creativity, sexuality, and the experience of pleasure. Moving upward, the solar plexus chakra, found in the upper abdomen, is your center of personal power, confidence, and will. The heart chakra, which connects the physical and spiritual chakras, is located at the center of the heart and radiates love, compassion, and emotional harmony. Located at the neck, the throat chakra governs communication and genuine self-expression, allowing you to speak your truth. The third eye chakra, which is located between your eyebrows, is the entryway to perception, intuition, and profound understanding. Lastly, the crown chakra, which is located at the top of the head, anchors your spirit to the divine and connects you to higher consciousness and global energy. These energy centers work together to produce a comprehensive vibrational alignment map. Each chakra has a corresponding frequency. When they're in balance, your energy flows freely, your emotions are more stable, and you feel aligned. But when a chakra is blocked or overactive, that energy stagnates, leading to emotional or physical symptoms. For example, a blocked throat chakra might show up as a fear of speaking, frequent sore throats, or feeling misunderstood. Just like you go to the gym to strengthen your physical muscles, your energy body also needs attention and care. Practices like breathwork, yoga, meditation, and energy healing, such as Reiki or acupuncture, can help maintain balance and vibrational health. And let's not forget the meridians, the energy highways described in Chinese medicine. These pathways distribute vital life force, called Qi, throughout your body. When your meridians are open and flowing, you feel energized and clear. When they're blocked, you may feel tired, moody, or physically off balance. Acupuncture works by stimulating these points to restore harmony and flow, vibrational balance at work. You don't have to be a professional energy worker to engage with this system. You already are. Every time you breathe with intention, every time you sit quietly and feel what's going on inside you, you are tuning in. The body listens to your presence. So, how do you tune into your energy body? Start with sensation. Pay attention to how your body feels when you walk into different environments. Do certain places make you feel light and expansive? Do others make you want to shrink or flee? Your energy field is speaking to you through sensation. Trust that. Next, try scanning your body with your mind. Sit quietly and ask yourself, where does my energy feel tight? Where does it feel open? No need to force answers. Just listen. Often the body will gently guide you to where the energy is stuck. Another powerful method is visualization. Picture your chakras as spheres of light. Imagine breathing into each one, allowing it to expand and vibrate with its natural color and frequency. See any areas of fog or dullness? Gently breathe through them. Energy responds to attention and to intention. And here's a fun truth. Energy loves play. Dance, laughter, singing, these aren't just good for the soul, they literally shake up stagnant energy and raise your vibration. Movement creates flow. Joy creates coherence. This is energy hygiene, and it's vital. Try this exercise. Before bed, lie down and imagine your body as a glowing outline. Mentally trace each part of your body, from your toes to your scalp, and notice what stands out. Where does your awareness want to linger? Where do you feel resistance or openness? You're not just relaxing, you're decoding your energy field. Another way to work with your energy body is to cleanse it regularly. Just like you take showers, your energy field benefits from intentional clearing. You can use sea salt baths, sound bowls, smudging with sage or Palo Santo, or even visualization techniques where you wash your field in white light. But also remember, energy doesn't lie. If you're faking positivity while bottling up anger, your field will reflect the truth. That's why emotional honesty is part of vibrational health. It's okay to feel low sometimes. What matters is what you do with those feelings. Suppression lowers your frequency. Expression, felt with awareness, clears the field. And here's something most people don't realize. Your energy body is always communicating, not just inwardly, but outwardly. It sends out a signal, like a broadcast tower. That's why you can walk into a room and people can feel your mood even if you haven't said a word. Your vibration does the talking first. This is also why two people can walk into the same situation and have entirely different outcomes. One vibrates from fear and attracts obstacles. The other, from confidence and peace, creates a connection. It's not about luck. It's about energetic alignment. When your inner field is strong and coherent, you begin to shift your outer world. This is why spiritual traditions emphasize the inner journey, because the more in tune your energy is, the more magnetic you become, not just for things, but for truth, love, peace, and purpose. And one last piece, the energy body is not limited to this lifetime. According to many spiritual traditions, the energetic patterns you carry, your fears, your gifts, your karmic lessons, are imprinted in your field across time. That's why deep healing work often brings up ancestral or even past life energies. You are not just healing for yourself, you are liberating energy for your entire lineage. So today, begin to treat your energy body like the sacred instrument it is. Feed it with rest, movement, clean food, nature, and love. Cleanse it with breath, water, sunlight, and intention. Listen to it, honor it, and watch how your life transforms as your vibration becomes clearer, stronger, and more aligned. In the next chapter, we'll dive into consciousness as frequency and how your awareness is the most powerful tuner of your energetic state. Chapter 3. Consciousness as Frequency. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine your mind not as a cloud of thoughts, but as a wave of light, constantly moving, constantly changing. Imagine every belief, every intention, every flicker of attention as a signal, broadcasting into the universe and tuning you to a specific experience of reality. This isn't fantasy, this is consciousness, and it's pure frequency. Consciousness is often spoken of as awareness, and that's true. But awareness itself has layers, depths, and each layer vibrates differently. When you're angry or fearful, your awareness contracts. You become laser-focused on problems, risks, survival. But when you're in love, in awe, in peace, your consciousness expands. You see more, feel more, understand more. Your frequency rises, and with it, your perspective. This chapter is about understanding how consciousness isn't just a mental or emotional state, it's an energetic signature. It's your inner radio station, and it determines everything you perceive, attract, and experience in the world. Let's begin with this truth. Your consciousness creates coherence or chaos in your life. When your thoughts are scattered, your energy is scattered. When your mind is anxious, your body follows. You move through your day reacting instead of creating. But when your consciousness is focused, calm, and aligned, you enter flow. You shift from friction to ease, from fear to clarity. And the beautiful part? You are not stuck on one station. Your consciousness is completely tunable. Like a dial, you can shift it, moment by moment, through choice and practice. That's the power most people never realize they have. You've probably noticed this already. When you wake up feeling grateful, the day tends to flow better. People respond to you more positively. Challenges feel lighter. That's not a coincidence, it's resonance. You are vibrating at a higher level of consciousness, and the world is mirroring that back to you. Now let's talk about the levels of consciousness, not as fixed stages, but as vibrational zones. At the lower frequencies of consciousness, we find states like shame, guilt, apathy, grief, and fear. These are heavy energies. They close your heart, tighten your body, and shrink your vision. When you're stuck here, the world feels dark, unfair, and hopeless. As we rise, we move into frequencies of courage, neutrality, willingness, and reason. These are transition points, where we begin to take responsibility, to seek understanding, to open ourselves to possibility. These levels feel more spacious, life begins to feel manageable, hope returns. Then we ascend into love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. These are the high vibe zones. Here, the mind quiets, the heart expands, the ego dissolves. In these states, synchronicities appear, inspiration flows, healing accelerates, and a sense of universal connection becomes palpable. The psychologist and spiritual teacher David R. Hawkins mapped these frequencies in his work, proposing that each emotion and state of consciousness has a measurable energetic field. While not everyone agrees on the exact numbers, the idea remains powerful. Consciousness vibrates, and that vibration has very real effects. Now think about this. When you're tuned into love, you don't just feel better, you see better. Your mind perceives more opportunities, your heart connects more deeply with others, and your body even begins to heal itself more effectively. That's because every system within you is communicating at a higher level of coherence. So, how do we shift our consciousness into a higher frequency? Start with intention. The moment you decide to elevate your awareness, to think higher, feel deeper, love more, your vibration starts to shift. It's subtle at first, like a ripple, but intention is the first energetic adjustment. Next comes attention. Where you place your focus is where your energy flows. If you constantly focus on lack, on what's broken or missing, you stay tethered to lower frequencies. But if you redirect your attention to what's working, to beauty, to gratitude, you tune into a different channel entirely. Breath is your anchor. Consciousness and breath are intimately connected. Shallow, rapid breathing locks you into survival mode. Deep, rhythmic breathing activates the parasympathetic system, quiets the mind, and expands awareness. In many spiritual practices, breath is seen as the bridge between body and spirit, between thought and being. Another powerful tool? Silence. In the stillness, your consciousness recalibrates. That's why meditation, nature walks, and simply turning off your devices can have such a profound effect. In silence, you stop reacting and start receiving. You move from noise to knowing. Let's also talk about beliefs. Beliefs are thought forms that have become habitual frequencies. Many of them are inherited or unconscious. If you believe you're unworthy, that belief vibrates through your energy field, and the universe responds in kind. But beliefs can be questioned. They can be changed. And when you shift a core belief, your entire energetic reality transforms. This is why affirmations, when used with awareness, can be so effective. Not because they magically change your life, but because they reprogram the frequencies you're tuned into. Saying, "I am enough," is more than a sentence. It's a signal. It's a new vibration being sent into the field. Your inner dialogue shapes your outer experience. If your thoughts are filled with criticism, doubt, and fear, you're vibrating low, and you'll feel the effects. But when your inner voice is loving, trusting, and open, you rise, you radiate, you become magnetic. Now let's connect consciousness to the collective field. We are not isolated beings. Our individual frequency feeds into and is shaped by the collective vibration. This is why global meditations, group healing circles, and conscious communities are so powerful. When we come together with a shared intention, our energies amplify, our vibrations synchronize, healing accelerates. But this also means we must be discerning. Media, news, conversations, all of it can either elevate or drain your consciousness. Ask yourself regularly, is this raising my frequency or lowering it? That simple awareness is transformative. Let's be real. Staying in high-frequency consciousness isn't always easy. Life happens. We get triggered, stressed, distracted. But that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to be aware. When you notice you've dropped into a lower state, gently bring yourself back. Breathe, recenter, retune. Here's a story to illustrate this. There was a woman who, every morning, wrote 3 things she was grateful for. At first, it felt forced. But after a few weeks, her mood improved. Then her relationships. Then her career. What changed wasn't her luck. It was her frequency. Gratitude tuned her into a different channel, and life began to respond. You are the DJ of your own mind. You choose the soundtrack of your consciousness. So here's your practice for this chapter. Start each morning by checking your frequency. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? What am I focusing on? What am I believing right now? Then, make a small shift. One thought, one breath, one word of kindness. Watch how that micro-movement changes your entire day. Because when you change your consciousness, you change your vibration. And when you change your vibration, you change your life. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the emotional dimension of frequency, how every feeling you have is an energetic signal shaping your world. Chapter 4. Emotional Energy, the frequency of feeling. If your thoughts are the frequencies you tune into, then your emotions are the volume knob. They don't just color your experiences, they amplify them. Emotions are energy in motion. They are vibrational waves that move through your body, shaping your reality with every rise and fall. And yet, we live in a world that often teaches us to fear or suppress emotion. We're told to get over it, stay strong, and calm down. But in truth, emotions aren't weaknesses to manage, they are messengers. And when we learn to listen to them, we discover a hidden power, the ability to navigate life by reading our own frequency in real time. Let's start with the basics. Every emotion vibrates at a specific frequency. This isn't a metaphor, it's energetic truth. Emotions like shame and guilt, are some of the lowest frequencies. They constrict the energy body. You can feel it. Your chest tightens, your shoulders round, your breath shallows. These emotions pull you downward into isolation, self-judgment and stagnation. Fear, grief, and anger vibrate slightly higher, but they still contract your field. They arise when your survival feels threatened, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And while these emotions are natural, staying in them chronically lowers your vibration and dims your inner light. But then we reach the shift point. Courage. Courage is the first emotion that begins to expand your energy field. It lifts you from reaction into response. It signals readiness. And from there, we rise into neutrality, willingness, and acceptance. Emotions that hold space, invite growth, and let energy flow. And then come the high vibe emotions: love, joy, gratitude, and peace. These are not passive states. They are powerful frequencies that align you with truth, healing, and synchronicity. They open the heart, elevate the mind, and connect you to the energy of life itself. Here's something most people don't realize. Emotions aren't just reactions to life. They're also creators of life. When you hold a high-frequency emotion consistently, you become a magnet for experiences that match that energy. Not because of wishful thinking, but because you are literally vibrating in resonance with that reality. Let's take gratitude, for example. When you truly feel grateful, not just say the words, you activate a coherent heart field. Your brain and heart synchronize, your nervous system calms, your field expands. That's not psychology, it's measurable energy. You've just raised your frequency. On the flip side, when you resist or repress emotions, they don't go away. They are stored in the body. They vibrate beneath the surface, affecting your health, your relationships, and your clarity. This is why emotional healing is not optional. It's vibrational hygiene. So how do you work with emotional energy? First, feel what you feel. This seems simple, but it's revolutionary. Stop labeling your emotions as good or bad. They are energy. Let them move. When sadness arises, allow it to wash through you like a wave. When anger appears, give it a healthy expression. When joy visits, celebrate it. Emotions are meant to move, not stay stuck. Second, name the feeling. Neuroscience shows that when you label an emotion, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for awareness and regulation. Simply saying, "I feel anxious" or "I feel frustrated" shifts you from being in the emotion to observing it. Observation raises your frequency. Third, ask what the emotion needs. Every feeling is a messenger. Fear might be asking for reassurance. Anger may be pointing to a boundary that needs defending. Grief may be calling for stillness. Emotions don't want to overwhelm you. They want to guide you. Fourth, choose your response. You are never powerless in emotion. Even in grief, you can choose how to hold your heart. Even in rage, you can choose not to harm. This is where consciousness meets energy, where awareness shapes vibration. Let's talk about emotional memory. Your body remembers every intense emotion you've ever felt. It stores these energies in your tissues, your muscles, and your breath. That's why body-based healing, like somatic therapy, dance, shaking, or breathwork, is so effective. It helps release stored emotion and reset your frequency. Try this. Next time you're overwhelmed, get up and shake your body for 1 full minute. Arms, legs, hands, feet. It might feel silly, but that shake literally resets your nervous system. You're breaking up energetic stagnation and moving back into flow. Here's a simple practice. Whenever you're feeling low, place a hand on your heart and breathe deeply. Then say out loud, "I'm allowed to feel this." That one sentence can unlock stuck energy, because when emotion is welcomed, it transforms. Also remember that emotional energy is contagious. If you spend time with people vibrating in fear, anger, or judgment, your frequency will naturally be pulled down unless you're conscious. This is why it's important to curate your emotional environment. Choose relationships that elevate you. Create spaces that soothe you. Protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. This brings us to emotional boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They let in love, but block distortion. Saying no when something feels wrong isn't rejection. It's the protection of your vibration. When your emotional field is clear and well-boundaried, you feel empowered. You trust yourself more. You become energetically sovereign. Let's look at emotional alchemy, the ability to transform low-vibration feelings into high-vibration wisdom. This is where your growth becomes spiritual gold. For example, transform grief into compassion, anger into advocacy, fear into clarity. That's not bypassing, that's transmutation. It's using emotional energy as fuel, not a weight. And here's the most powerful tool: emotional neutrality. This is the state where you don't judge the feeling, you just witness it. In neutrality, you rise above the drama, you stop fighting your own inner world. And that acceptance creates a vibrational opening for peace. Now, don't confuse neutrality with numbness. Numbness is suppression. Neutrality is presence. It's holding space for your humanity without losing your energetic sovereignty. It's saying, I can feel this, and stay in my center. Want to deepen your awareness? Try this daily ritual. Each night before bed, scan through your day. Ask, when did my energy rise? When did it drop? And why? These questions aren't for judgment, they're for calibration. You're learning your own emotional frequency map. As you begin to master emotional frequency, you'll notice something remarkable. Life becomes clearer. People shift around you. Creativity flows more freely. Your intuition sharpens. And more than anything, you feel lighter. Not because life is suddenly perfect, but because your inner world is in vibrational harmony. So here's your practice for this chapter. Keep an emotional frequency journal for the next week. Every evening, reflect on your dominant emotions that day. Write them down. Then ask, what raised my frequency? What lowered it? And what do I choose to feel tomorrow? Emotions are not problems. They are portals. And when you step through them with presence, everything changes. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to intentionally raise your personal frequency and become a vibrational match for your highest reality. Chapter 5. Tuning your personal frequency. Let's get personal. Everything we've talked about, vibration, consciousness, emotion, comes down to one essential truth. You are a frequency generator. Every moment of your life, you are broadcasting a signal into the universe. The question is, what are you tuning into? And what are you tuning out? This chapter is about taking control of that dial. Tuning your personal frequency isn't about pretending to be happy all the time. It's about becoming conscious of your energy, learning how to raise it and knowing how to protect it. When you align your vibration with intention, your life becomes a reflection of your inner coherence. It starts with awareness. Throughout your day, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Where is my attention? Is my energy contracted or expansive? These questions act as real-time frequency checks. They help you notice whether you're resonating with stress and fear or with trust and flow. So much of your vibration is shaped by the way you think. Your inner dialogue, the things you say to yourself when no one's listening, those thoughts are tuning your frequency all day long. Judgment, fear, doubt, those lower your signal. Loving, curious, empowered thoughts raise it. You don't have to eliminate every negative thought, but you do need to catch them. When one shows up, ask yourself, is this thought serving me? If not, you can gently let it go and choose something more aligned, something that feels lighter, truer. Emotions are powerful frequency boosters, and while you don't need to feel joyful every second, being emotionally present is key. Don't suppress sadness or anger. Let them move through you. Feel them fully. But also, don't forget to welcome gratitude. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your vibration. Even on the hardest days, finding just one thing to be thankful for, your breath, the sky, a single moment of calm, can lift you. And so can wonder. Wonder is the frequency of magic. Look up at the stars. Listen to the birds. Marvel at a child's laughter. Wonder opens you. Your environment matters more than you think. Your home, your workspace, your surroundings, these spaces carry energy. A cluttered, noisy space can drain you. A beautiful, intentional one can uplift you. Make your space sacred. Light candles. Play music that heals. Bring in plants, sunlight, or anything that reminds you of beauty. Your space is not just where you live, it's where your frequency rests and resets. And let's not forget people. Some people raise your vibration just by being near them. Others, even if you love them, can drain you. That doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you create conscious boundaries. You choose when and how much of your energy to share. This is not selfishness, it's energetic self-respect. Relationships that honor your energy will feel light. You'll know. You can feel it in your chest, in your gut, in your breath. Then there are your daily habits, the invisible rhythms of your life. How do you wake up? What you eat? How you speak? How you move? All of it either supports your frequency or distorts it. Start your morning with a moment of stillness. Breathe. Speak an affirmation. Feel the light around you. It only takes 5 minutes to shift your energy and set the tone for your day. Throughout the day, take little pause breaks. Breathe between tasks. Stretch your body. Let your nervous system soften. Even tiny actions can become sacred rituals. Light a candle before a call. Speak a loving mantra before bed. Drink water with intention. Walk barefoot in the grass. These aren't routines. They're frequency aligners. Everything you choose is tuning you. Every yes, every no, every silence, every statement. So before you commit to anything, ask, does this feel like contraction or expansion? Learn to trust that answer. Learn to listen to the subtle buzz of your energy saying yes, or the quiet resistance saying no. It's always there. Your energy knows. Food is part of this too. What you eat has a vibration. Whole foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, clean water, they carry life force. Heavily processed, artificial foods feel different. Notice how you feel after you eat. Do you feel alive or sluggish? There's no need for perfection, just intention, just listen. Even blessing your food before you eat shifts the energy. Speak love into your meal. Give thanks for its nourishment. That moment alone can transform what you receive. The media you consume is also food, mental and emotional food. What you scroll through, what you read, what you watch, it all enters your field. Fear-based media lowers your vibration. Inspiring content lifts it. Be mindful of your inputs. Use your devices to feed your light, not dim it. So, what do you do when your frequency crashes? When life feels heavy or your energy feels scattered? Here's a simple reset. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Do this 3 times. Then speak a truth out loud. I honor how I feel, and I choose to return to center. Visualize golden light flowing through you, cleansing, realigning, and lifting your energy. Even a smile, a small one, shifts your chemistry. Try it. You'll feel the change. Above all, protect your joy. Joy is sacred electricity. It's magnetic. It draws in beauty, connection, and purpose. Don't wait for joy to arrive. Choose it. Schedule it. Dance to a song you love. Laugh with someone you adore. Create for no reason. Play like you're 5 years old again. Joy is your soul reminding you what alignment feels like. Living in a high frequency isn't about perfection. It's about consistency, tuning again and again, moment by moment. And when you fall out of tune, and you will, that's okay. The power is in returning. The practice is in remembering. Here's something simple you can do this week. Choose one tool for each aspect of your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, your space, your relationships, and your habits. Just one thing in each area that lifts you. Write them down. Practice them daily. Notice how your energy responds. Notice what begins to shift in your life. Because when you shift your frequency, your reality follows. Doors open. Ideas arrive. People appear. Not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. In the next chapter, we'll explore how sound, light, and the vibrational power of healing frequencies can take your energetic transformation even deeper, scientifically and spiritually. Chapter 6. Healing Frequencies. Sound, Light, and Vibrational Medicine. Imagine this. You're lying down in a quiet room. A soft tone begins to play, low and resonant. As it fills the space, something begins to shift inside you. Not just in your mind, but in your body. Your breath slows, your muscles release. Your thoughts grow quiet. You're not just hearing sound, you're feeling it. That's not your imagination. That's vibrational medicine at work. This chapter is about the invisible forces that heal, about how frequency, delivered through sound, light, and intention, can restore the body, calm the mind, and realign the spirit. For centuries, ancient civilizations knew this. They used chants, drums, singing bowls, crystals, color, and breath, not as rituals for show, but as tools of deep energetic recalibration. Now, modern science is beginning to verify what mystics have always known. Frequency is not just a metaphor, it's medicine. Let's start with sound, which is arguably our most basic and instantaneous vibrational healer. You've sensed it. You cry when you hear the wave of music, the calming cadence of waves in the ocean. Grounding yourself back into your body is the steady beat of a drum. Where words cannot, sound can. It talks straight to your cells, gets past reason, and into your psyche. Binaural beats are a powerful sound type. Your brain generates a third frequency, which is the difference between two slightly different tones played in each ear. You enter altered states of consciousness when your brainwaves synchronize with that internal tone. Alpha is associated with creativity and serenity, theta with profound meditation, delta with sleep, and gamma with transcendence. The arithmetic doesn't have to make sense to you. Simply close your eyes, put on headphones, and watch as your brainwave state starts to shift. Another deeply revered frequency is 432 Hz. Often called the heartbeat of the Earth, this tuning is believed to be mathematically consistent with the universe's natural rhythms. Many listeners report that music tuned to 432 Hz feels softer, more organic, and more connected. Compared to the standard 440 Hz tuning, it resonates more deeply with the human energy field. Is this scientifically proven? Not entirely. But does it feel different? For thousands of people, the answer is yes, and feeling is a frequency too. Now, picture a set of crystal singing bowls, each one tuned to a specific note that aligns with a chakra. When played, these bowls generate powerful vibrational waves that ripple through your energy field. Sound baths using these instruments don't just relax the body, they recalibrate your subtle body. The tones dissolve energetic knots, awaken dormant pathways, and restore resonance to parts of your field that have gone silent from stress or trauma. Even your own voice is a tool of healing. Speaking from your heart, chanting a sacred syllable, or singing with intention, these actions create vibration that clears the throat, lifts the chest, and aligns the spine. It's no accident that many spiritual traditions include chanting or singing. Words spoken with love and clarity don't just communicate, they recalibrate. Now let's move to light. Just as sound carries frequency, so does color. Every hue in the visible spectrum corresponds to a different wavelength and energetic signature. Ancient Egyptians built healing temples with colored glass roofs to bathe the body in specific light. Today, modern practitioners use color therapy and chromotherapy to treat everything from seasonal depression to chronic pain. Every color has a different effect on us. The root is energized and activated by red. Orange inspires creativity. Yellow inspires self-assurance and concentration. Green expands the heart and brings equilibrium. Blue calms and encourages lucid conversation. Intuition is improved with indigo. Violet deepens her spiritual bond. Additionally, gold or white conjures up oneness and divine illumination. Deeper healing is being investigated with LED light treatment, which is currently widely used in dermatology. For instance, red light helps with cellular regeneration and repair by penetrating tissue and enhancing mitochondrial function. Blue light has anti-inflammatory and circadian rhythm-regulating properties. These treatments are vibrational interventions that bring the physical body back into harmony. They are not only cosmetic. But what about sunlight? Natural light is the most powerful vibrational medicine of all. It's full spectrum and carries the entire rainbow of frequencies. Exposing your skin and eyes safely to morning sunlight resets your circadian rhythm, boosts vitamin D, and elevates mood. But more than that, it energetically charges your auric field. This is why time in nature, under the sun, on the earth, by water, feels so healing. You're absorbing frequencies your body has been missing. And this brings us to water. Water is one of the most responsive substances on Earth. Dr. Masaru Emoto's groundbreaking research revealed how water molecules change shape based on the vibration of words, music, and even thoughts. Words like love and gratitude produced beautiful snowflake-like crystals. Words like hate created distorted, chaotic patterns. If our bodies are over 70% water, then everything we speak, hear, and think matters. In fact, vibrational medicine often begins with intention. Whether you're listening to music, bathing in light, or drinking a glass of water, you can infuse these experiences with healing energy simply by setting an intention. Speak to your water. Play sacred music in your home. Sit quietly and visualize golden light filling your cells. These acts are not fantasy. They are frequent, and your body is listening. Vibrational medicine includes practices like Reiki, where practitioners channel universal energy into the body's field to dissolve blocks and restore balance. It includes acupuncture, where needles stimulate meridians to restore energetic flow. It includes frequency-infused tools, from pendants to water bottles, that claim to stabilize and enhance your field. Whether you believe in the technology or not, what matters is this: energy healing works not just through the tool, but through the field of belief and intention. When your heart is open and your mind is present, you become more receptive to vibrational change, and healing becomes possible. There's a story of a man who suffered from extreme anxiety. Traditional therapy helped, but something was missing. A friend invited him to a crystal sound bath. Skeptical, he went. As the bowls played, tears began to fall, not from pain, but from release. He didn't understand it, but his body did. The sound spoke to his nervous system in a language deeper than words. That's the magic of frequency. It bypasses your defenses. It touches your soul. You don't need to understand all the science. You don't need to own all the tools. What you do need is awareness and willingness to explore, to feel, to attune. So here's your invitation. This week, choose one vibrational healing tool to explore. It could be a sound, like singing, drumming, or listening to binaural beats. It could be light, watching the sunrise, taking a light bath, or visualizing color during meditation. It could be simply placing your hand on your heart and humming. Whatever you choose, do it with presence, do it with gratitude, and let your energy remember what wholeness feels like. In the next chapter, we'll explore how all of this comes together, how raising your frequency leads to deeper spiritual alignment, and how your vibration becomes the path, the practice, and the purpose. Chapter 7, Spiritual Alignment, Living as Frequency. Take a breath and place your attention on your heart. Now ask yourself, not with your mind, but with your soul, am I in alignment with who I truly am? That's not just a philosophical question. It's a vibrational one. Because alignment isn't a concept, it's a frequency. And when you're in it, you feel lighter, clearer, grounded yet expansive. Life begins to flow. The right people show up. Synchronicities unfold. Your inner and outer worlds start to dance in rhythm. You're not pushing life forward. You're being pulled by something deeper, wiser, more whole. This is what spiritual alignment feels like. It's the vibrational resonance between your highest self and your lived experience. It's not about perfection. It's about coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, choices, and actions all vibrate in harmony with your soul's frequency, you begin to embody your purpose, not as a task, but as a natural state of being. Misalignment, on the other hand, feels like noise. It shows up as resistance. It sounds like confusion. It feels like pressure without inspiration, motion without meaning. You might be moving, doing, achieving, but you're not resonating. You're broadcasting on one frequency while your soul is calling from another. The good news is that misalignment is a map. It's showing you where the tuning is off. Every low-energy moment, every bout of restlessness, every "why does this feel wrong?" Those are indicators invitations to pause, listen, and adjust. Spiritual alignment begins with remembering who you are, not the roles you play or the expectations you meet, but the essence underneath, your core frequency, the unique energetic code you were born with. And that remembering isn't about learning something new, it's about unlearning everything that told you to ignore your inner knowing. Alignment deepens when you start living from your inner frequency first. You start choosing not what looks good or what sounds smart or what pleases others, but what feels true, what makes your body exhale, what makes your chest soften, what ignites a subtle yes in your soul. This isn't always easy. Living as frequency often requires letting go of people, paths, and patterns that no longer match your energy. You might find yourself outgrowing conversations, careers, or identities. That's not ego, it's evolution. You're not rejecting the old. You're simply rising into the resonance of the new. And yes, this path can feel lonely at times, because when you change your vibration, you change your reality. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone will meet you where you're going. But the ones who do, the ones you magnetize when you're aligned, they're not just people, they're soul reflections. Here's something profound. Alignment doesn't just change how you feel, it changes you. When you're in alignment, you become a beacon, a signal, a vibrational invitation to everything that matches your truth. You don't need to hustle for opportunities. You attract them through coherence. Think about the most magnetic people you've ever met, the ones who light up rooms, the ones who seem to effortlessly embody peace, passion, and presence. That's alignment. They're not trying to be anything. They are their energy, and that energy does the work. You have this power too. When you speak from alignment, your words carry clarity. When you act from alignment, your steps feel guided. When you rest from alignment, your body heals faster. Alignment doesn't make life perfect. It makes it resonant. Let's explore one of the most overlooked aspects of spiritual alignment: stillness. In our culture, we're taught that doing is everything, that motion equals progress. But in spiritual terms, stillness is where the deepest tuning occurs. It's in the silence that your soul can recalibrate. It's in the pause that your energy can reset. Try spending 10 minutes each day in silence, not meditating, not praying, not visualizing, just being, just listening, no agenda, just space. Over time, that space will begin to speak to you. It will offer guidance, not through thoughts, but through sensation, subtle nudges, soft pulses, inner yeses. Another powerful practice is to start your day not with a to-do list, but with a frequency list. Instead of asking, "What do I need to do today?" ask, "How do I want to feel today?" Set the tone energetically and let the actions arise from there. Want to feel grounded? Take a walk barefoot. Want to feel inspired? Create something. Want to feel connected? Call someone you love and speak from your heart. The more you anchor into your chosen frequency, the more life will rise to meet it. And when it doesn't, when things fall apart or people misunderstand you or the path goes dark, that's when your alignment is tested. That's when you choose to hold your frequency anyway. That's when you decide to trust the unseen, to keep vibrating at truth even when results are delayed. Because here's the secret: alignment is the reward. The feeling of being in harmony with your soul is the prize, not the outcome. Everything else, success, love, peace, purpose, that's just the echo of your energy. You are not here to chase a path. You are here to become the path. You are not here to find your purpose. You are here to embody it. And you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your vibration is enough. Your resonance is your offering. So breathe, soften, align. Ask yourself right now, what would it feel like to live in full alignment? Feel the answer. Let it move through your chest, your spine, your breath. That feeling is your compass. That feeling is your truth. That's the frequency of you. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to integrate everything you've learned, how to design a vibrational lifestyle that supports your highest self, nourishes your field, and empowers you to become the living embodiment of your frequency. Chapter 8. Integrating a Vibrational Lifestyle. You've felt it by now, that subtle but unmistakable shift, that internal click when something aligns, that breath of clarity, that lightness in the chest, that sense of, yes, this is me. That's the power of frequency. But it's one thing to touch it in a moment of stillness or during a meditation or at a retreat. It's another thing entirely to live it, consistently, practically, sustainably. This chapter is about that integration, about building a life that doesn't just include high vibration as a goal, but as the foundation. A life where your thoughts, your habits, your relationships, your work, even your rest, are all extensions of your energetic truth. Let's begin with one core principle. Your vibration is your lifestyle. It's not separate. It's not something you do after your work or before your responsibilities. It is the how of your everyday. It's not what you do, it's how you are while doing it. High frequency is not a task. It's a way of relating to life. So, how do we bring this into every corner of our day? Start with your morning. Your morning is your energetic blueprint. It sets your tone. Before you reach for your phone, reach for your frequency. Ask yourself, what energy do I want to live in today? Not what you want to check off or fix or rush into, but how you want to feel. Peaceful, empowered, connected, inspired. Choose one word. Breathe it in. Let it settle into your body. Then move from there. Even something as simple as making your tea, brushing your teeth or stretching your body when done with presence becomes a vibrational ritual. The ordinary becomes sacred. The mundane becomes magnetic. Throughout your day, build in micro moments of tuning. One breath with your eyes closed. One pause before you speak. One moment of gratitude. These tiny acts are like frequency checkpoints. They keep your signal clear. Let's talk about work. Your job might not be your passion. That's okay. The goal isn't to find a perfect career, it's to bring your highest vibration into whatever space you're in. That could mean setting boundaries, uplifting your co-workers, listening to high-vibe music while you work, or simply doing your tasks with love, even when no one's watching. If you're building a dream, do it with energy first. Visualize not just the result, but the feeling. Ask, what frequency does this dream carry? And how can I live that frequency now? The more you match the vibration of your vision, the faster it materializes. In your relationships, lead with energy. Don't try to control people or outcomes. Just stay in your frequency. Speak with love. Listen with presence. Release with peace. Let your energy teach people how to treat you, not with force but with consistency. Some people will rise to meet your frequency. Others will fade away. Let them. Your job is not to hold on. It's to hold truth. High-frequency relationships are not perfect, but they are honest, nourishing, reflective. And when they challenge you, it's in service of growth, not fear. Let's talk about your home. Your space is your energetic container. Clean it, not just for appearance, but for vibration. Clear clutter. Open windows. Burn sage or Palo Santo. Play healing sounds. Bless your space. Say out loud, this home is a sanctuary. It holds peace. It holds love. It holds me. Your body is your frequency vessel. It's the instrument through which you transmit and receive energy. Move it with love. Feed it with care. Hydrate it like a ritual. Rest it without guilt. The more you honor your body, the clearer your signal becomes. What about conflict? What about those moments when you fall out of tune? First, remember, that's normal. You're not failing. You're just human. The goal isn't to never dip. It's to recover faster. When you feel triggered, heavy, or off track, pause. Breathe. Ask, what frequency am I in right now? What pulled me here? And what frequency do I choose instead? Then take one small action to shift. A walk, a song, a prayer, a glass of water, a moment of stillness. Frequency shifts don't have to be dramatic. They just have to be intentional. Evenings are your energetic reset. As you wind down, reflect. Where did I expand today? Where did I contract? What did I learn about my energy? Then release it. No judgment, just awareness. Then tune into your preferred frequency for sleep. Love, gratitude, trust, light. Play frequencies as you drift off. Let your subconscious recalibrate while you rest. Living a vibrational lifestyle doesn't mean avoiding reality. It means engaging with it differently, more consciously, more compassionately, more intentionally. It's not about pretending life is always perfect. It's about choosing to respond to life in a way that protects your peace and expands your presence. This path also asks you to be gentle with yourself. You'll have days when you forget, days when you default to old habits. That's okay. Every moment is a new chance to remember, to retune, to return. Frequency is not fixed, it's fluid, it's forgiving, it's always waiting for you. So ask yourself now, what would a day look like if I lived from my highest frequency? How would you speak? What would you eat? Who would you spend time with? What would you stop doing? What would you finally begin? This is your real work, not the endless doing, but the daily becoming. Becoming the vibration you wish to live in. Becoming the frequency that heals, inspires, and awakens. Becoming the version of you that already exists in your highest timeline, and choosing to embody that now. Design your days not just around goals, but around energy. Create your routines not just for productivity, but for presence. Make your choices not from habit, but from harmony. Let your lifestyle become your light. So here's your practice for this chapter. Write down your frequency blueprint. Define your core frequency, the feeling you most want to embody. Then list 5 ways to anchor that frequency every day. Simple things, practical actions, easy shifts. Then live that list. Not perfectly, not rigidly, but lovingly. Let your days become rituals. Let your life become alignment. In the final chapter, we'll bring everything full circle. We'll reflect on the journey, celebrate your shifts, and anchor into the ultimate truth, that you are not just influenced by vibration, you are the vibration, and your life is the most powerful frequency you'll ever transmit. Now imagine this, your life, not as a series of obligations or deadlines, but as a living temple. Every part of it is a sacred expression of your vibration, the way you speak to yourself in the mirror, the food you prepare with care, the conversations you nurture, the silence you honor. This is what it means to live a vibrational lifestyle. It's not a destination, it's a devotion. Begin to treat your daily choices as sacred agreements with your highest self. When you eat, ask, does this nourish the frequency I want to live in? When you dress, ask, does this reflect how I feel or how I want to feel? When you move your body, let it be a dance of energy, not a punishment. Your body is a frequency antenna. Dress it, feed it, and move it with reverence. Let's bring this into your digital life. Your phone, your computer, your social media feeds, all of these are vibrational tools. Or, if unconscious, vibrational traps. Audit your digital space. Unfollow what drains you. Curate content that uplifts you. Choose inputs that match your chosen frequency. Your feed becomes your field. Fill it wisely. Even your calendar is a frequency map. Look at your week and ask, where am I saying yes to obligation but no to my soul? Begin to create space, real space, for your energy to breathe. This might mean waking up 30 minutes earlier to meditate, or scheduling 1 day a week without meetings, or protecting your creative time as fiercely as your deadlines. Next, bring intention to your environment beyond your home, your car, your desk, your playlists, your passwords, even your phone's wallpaper. All of it can become a vibrational reminder. Add symbols that inspire you, words that affirm you, images that elevate you. Surround yourself with what speaks the language of your soul. Living a vibrational lifestyle also means being mindful of the energy exchanges in your life, not just with people, but with money, time, and attention. These are all currencies of vibration. Spend them with intention. Give with clarity. Receive with grace. Let go with peace. When you pay a bill, bless it. Thank it for the energy it represented. When you receive a payment, celebrate it. Let gratitude be the amplifier. The more you bless the energy flow, the more it flows in alignment. There's also the rhythm of seasons and cycles to consider. Just as nature shifts in seasons, so do you. Some phases of life are about planting. Others are about growing. Some are about harvesting, and some are about resting, turning inward, and regenerating. A vibrational lifestyle honors these phases. It doesn't rush, it respects the energy of timing. And when it comes to challenges, because yes, they will come, your vibration is your compass. When the unexpected happens, don't just ask, "What do I do?" Ask, "How do I want to feel as I move through this? What frequency can hold me while I learn from this moment?" That shift, from reactive to intentional, from fear to frequency, is transformative. Living this way is not about being in control of everything. It's about being in connection with everything. It's remembering that your frequency is your responsibility, but not your burden. It's your tool, your gift, your guide. So let your entire life become a practice, a sacred loop of tuning, embodying, expressing, and retuning again. Let your routines support your resonance. Let your habits become hymns to your highest self. And above all, let it be joyful. Let it be gentle. Let it be real. Because living in high frequency isn't about floating above life. It's about diving fully into it, with an open heart, a clear mind, and a radiant soul. Your vibrational lifestyle is not about adding more. It's about aligning what's already here. It's a remembering, a return, a re-becoming. And here's the truth. When you live this way, you don't just feel better, you become better, more connected, more creative, more magnetic. Not because you're trying, but because your energy is coherent, and coherence is power. Let this chapter be your permission to live beautifully, to wake up every day and choose to tune in, not because you have to, but because you get to. Because you now know that your frequency shapes your life, and that you are free to shape it with love. Chapter 9. The Frequency of Legacy. There's a moment, quiet, spacious, sacred, when you realize that all this work, all this inner tuning and transformation isn't just about you. It's about something larger, something lasting, something invisible yet undeniable. It's about legacy. And not the kind you leave behind, but the kind you live every single day. Because legacy is not built after you're gone. It's transmitted while you're here, through the energy you embody, the presence you carry, the love you extend. Every thought you choose, every emotion you shift, every word you speak, every vibration you hold, ripples. It travels beyond the moment. It enters the field. And it stays. So ask yourself now, with full honesty and full heart, what is the frequency I want to leave this world? Not the accomplishments, not the accolades, but the energy. When people think of you, what do they feel? When they remember you, what vibration lingers? That's your real legacy. It's easy to get caught up in the visible markers of success, the titles, the followers, the metrics, but frequency doesn't live on the surface. It lives in the field, in the way someone feels after they've spent time with you, in the shift that happened, not because of what you said, but because of who you were. Your vibration is your fingerprint on the world. And here's the miracle. It doesn't matter where you start. It only matters that you choose to start. Right here, right now, in this breath, in this body, in this lifetime. Legacy begins the moment you decide to live from your truth. So what does that look like? It looks like waking up and choosing coherence, speaking from kindness, listening with depth, creating with intention, resting with reverence, walking through the world with the quiet power of someone who is tuned in. It means your presence becomes a safe space, a mirror, a catalyst. People begin to shift just by being around you, not because you're doing anything, but because your frequency is doing everything. That's energetic leadership, and it's the purest form of influence there is. And yet you may still wonder, does it matter? Does my energy really change anything? Yes. It matters more than you will ever fully see. Every time you choose love over fear, you shift the collective. Every time you return to alignment, you anchor a pathway for someone else. Every time you hold space for yourself with compassion, you give others permission to do the same. Your life is not a closed circuit. It's an energetic broadcast. Your healing doesn't end with you. It echoes, it ripples, it touches people you may never meet in ways you'll never fully know. That's the beauty of frequency. It's limitless, it's exponential. It moves through time and space, unbound by logic, fueled by intention. And so, as you walk this path of vibrational living, know this. You are building a legacy of light, not just in your actions, but in your essence. You boost your ancestry, past, present, and future, when you decide to increase your frequency. You interrupt cycles. Timelines are opened by you. You free previously stifled voices, including your own. Additionally, you facilitate the following soul's ascent. The little things are also where legacy resides. The manner the door is held, the way you sincerely apologize. You bless your food in this way, your method of holding your child's hand, the manner in which you pardon yourself. No action is too modest to transmit a love frequency. Let's extend the zoom even more. Think about yourself in 10, 20, or 50 years. What sort of energy would you like to remember? With your energies and not only your decisions, what type of world do you wish to contribute to? A monument is not your legacy. There is a resonance, and the more consciously you live that resonance, the more you become a beacon for your family, your community, your culture, your planet. This is the true revolution. A revolution not of noise, but of frequency. Not of dominance, but of coherence. Not of control, but of connection. And it begins within. So if you ever doubt the path or question your worth or feel like you're not doing enough, come back to this. You are a field. You are a tone. You are a signal. And you are already impacting more than you know. Your legacy is in the vibration you hold, the alignment you embody, and the love you choose, especially when it's hard. It's in the way you keep tuning back, keep showing up, keep listening inward and living outward. You've come so far, you've remembered your power, you've reawakened your signal, you've begun to build a life that resonates. Now it's time to celebrate. Not because you're finished, but because you've arrived. Not at a destination, but at a frequency. The frequency of who you really are. And from this place, everything is possible. So breathe in deeply, feel your body, feel your field, feel your heart. Say to yourself, quietly or out loud, this is my legacy. I am a being of frequency, and I choose to live in alignment, love, and light. And let that become the signature you leave on this world. Legacy isn't carved in stone, it's carved in energy. In the invisible imprint you leave on hearts, in the ripple you create in consciousness, in the light you spark in a single moment that may echo through generations. And the most profound legacies are often the quietest ones. Think about it. The teacher who saw your potential before you saw it yourself. The stranger who smiled when you were having a rough day. The friend who held space without judgment. They may not remember those moments, but you do. Why? Because their energy reached you. Because their vibration stayed with you. That's legacy. You're doing the same thing now. Every time you choose presence over distraction, honesty over comfort, compassion over reaction, you shift the field. You leave a trace. And that trace becomes part of the energetic fabric of our world. Let's reframe what it means to do something meaningful. It doesn't have to look like a TED Talk or a best-selling book. Meaning lives in the energy behind your choices. You can make tea with so much intention that it heals. You can hug someone with such presence that they cry. You can speak 3 words, I see you, and it can change a life. That is the power of frequency. And it's available to you always. The question is, are you aware of it? Are you using it consciously? This is the call of our time, not just to survive, not just to achieve, but to awaken, to tune in so deeply that your very being becomes a blessing, so that the way you live becomes the gift. Legacy doesn't begin with action, it begins with awareness. So today, right now, become aware of what you're broadcasting, not in judgment, but in curiosity. What tone are you carrying? What vibration are you planting in the field? Then ask, is this what I want to echo? Is this the signal I want to leave behind? If the answer is no, take a breath, choose again. You always can. That's what makes your legacy so powerful. It's alive, it evolves with you, it reflects your current alignment, which means you can upgrade it right now. Want your legacy to be peace? Practice it in every conversation. Want it to be creative? Make space for your art even when it feels silly. Want it to be love? Offer it freely, not because it's deserved, but because it's true. And if you're not sure what legacy you're living, look around. Not at your bank account or your resume, but at the energy around you, the way people feel after you leave, the spaces you touch, the choices you make when no one's watching. That's your living legacy. That's your vibrational truth. And don't forget, your legacy isn't just what you give to others, it's what you give to yourself. Are you leaving a trail of kindness in your inner world? Are you speaking to your own heart with reverence? Are you holding your own pain with grace? This inner legacy matters just as much, because the love you cultivate inside you becomes the love you transmit around you. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to resonate. You are not here to become someone. You are here to remember who you already are, and that remembrance, that frequency of authenticity, is what the world needs most. Here's a practice to close this journey. Find a quiet space. Place your hands over your heart and ask yourself, what is the legacy I am creating right now, through my thoughts, my actions, my energy? Then ask, what would it feel like to live in full alignment with that legacy today? Let the answer rise. Let the feeling root. Then go live with it. Not later, not next year. Now. You've traveled far in this journey. You've explored thought, emotion, energy, alignment, healing, purpose, and presence. You've remembered your power. You've reclaimed your vibration. And now you carry something different. A knowing, a resonance, a signal that others will feel. This is not the end. This is the integration. The beginning of a life lived fully in frequency. Your voice, your light, your truth, your legacy. All of it matters. All of it ripples. All of it heals. So go. Be the vibration. Live the frequency. Become the legacy. And know this, always. You are the light. You are the signal. You are the gift. If this journey resonated with you, if it sparked something real, something deep, then you're already aligned with the energy of this space. Subscribe to the Middle Book for more content that lifts your frequency, expands your awareness, and supports your soul's evolution. We're not just building a channel, we're building a field, a global vibration of truth, healing, and light. Tap the bell, join the journey, and let's rise together.